Hello, greetings, this is Gilles Mancillot. I am guided to come and speak to you, to share this moment. I wanted to speak about life, because all of psychology, transcendental psychology, everything is psychology. For this whole universe, this whole holographic universe does not exist outside of your mind. It is not an easy concept to understand, because it is there are things that are happening beyond our mind that we cannot even conceive, and yet we are the creator of those things as well. For we are the source of our own reality. We were created that way. And life will always address us in relationship to our level of consciousness. Wherever we believe, our belief and our desire are framing us within a certain level. And life is always working within those processes in relationship to our beliefs and desire. Of course, when we have a negative belief, it is always, as we spot it, we deactivate it and we open our mind to a higher truth, higher level of wisdom, higher understanding, higher level of receptivity. For it is very important, in order to be free, to enjoy yourself, is to let go of all regrets. Regrets are completely, of course there are things that we wish would have happened differently, but understand life is an eternal circle, and so everything that once we achieve that which life was trying to teach us, we achieve that freedom, that empowerment, then life will bring back circumstances and we will be able to fulfill all those things that we feel we have missed. If it's not in this life, it will be in the next, but everything will be fulfilled. Another thing that is very important is to let go of guilt. No matter what, sometimes, no matter what we've done, it is no use to have guilt about it. I'm not saying that there are people that have absolutely no moral consciousness. For those are very young souls, they have not yet experienced the karma. But if you feel guilt, that means you have a moral consciousness. You have evolved to the point where you feel that your mistakes can be in some ways plaguing you. The key to understanding that is to correct that mistakes and let go of all the guilt. Let go, forgive yourself, forgive others, let go of all those things. That is the lesson. From there we can be free. Of course, we do not want to repeat the same mistakes, because then that means we have not learned. But it is important to recognize what can be done in order to make us more aligned with this process of integration. And it is a slow process. You never want to give up on yourself. You want to trust your soul. You want to trust your higher self. You want to trust your Creator. For the Father's plan is perfect. We have this divine eternal presence within ourselves that lives with us. That is the presence of the first source and center. Once we align with that, we align with all the divinity that is present in the universe and the cosmos, such as the law of God, of Yahweh, or the path of Jesus, the Christ, or we walk in the way of Allah. It is all part of the one. It is only one life, one everything. Even scientifically, we've come to understand that everything is built up from the same matter, from the same. It is only one matrix. The problem is our ego mind, our ego consciousness, that is always creating all the miseries and suffering of the world comes from. It's a perversion sometimes, but sometimes it is just lack of understanding, and we keep recreating those things because we are the creators. So the key to that, the Buddha has clearly explained, that is to move into a state of samadhi, to learn meditation, and to remove all that is self, so that you can see the essence behind the thing, behind the self, and then you allow this process to unfold within you, and you will be enlightened, because that is your natural state. For we are divine beings, and we are guided by a divine presence, the Spirit of God that is within us, within our heart. And that is what we need to follow and seek alignment with. I also wanted to say briefly that to speak of the path of evolution, there is a very long history that has been forgotten, 1 million years, maybe even more, but there is 1 million years of evolution that humans have been experiencing in life, and there was something very that made me smile when I looked at it from the Urantia book, which is a wonderful book of Revelation. And at some point, the spirits, it was some archangel or some spirits that noted that at some point in the human evolution, men started to take slaves, and it was seen as the most profound step of evolution. Why? Because the tribes that used to fight each other used to be cannibal. They used to eat each other. So when they start taking slaves, that was a tremendous progress in social evolution. But now we've moved way beyond that. We even in the Middle Age, in the Dark Ages, we were like men were really behaving like savages. And we had to wait until the 18th century, in the ages of the Lumière, of the lights, where Kant, the German philosopher, could envision in his philosophy a world made of many nations that could coexist in peace. That was the first step. And then Jean-Jacques Rousseau, the French philosopher, with his started to create the ground into which could be developed the human rights, which was that we can never be equal, because we all have different karma, different conditions, but we all needs to be equal in rights. All human beings are becoming equal in rights, and that's in the 18th century. We had to wait till the 20th century for women to have the same right, for it's not yet fully integrated within all societies, but it will come. As we're preparing, we're moving into a golden age in the 21st century. Will be the first step of that. It is going to be an age of wisdom and brotherhood. But in order to qualify for that, we need to be able to look at every being without discrimination of gender, of race, of religion, of social status. We need to be in true brotherhood, and that is really what we are moving towards in order to create a paradise for all. And all those who do not accept that will not be forgotten or rejected, but they will be given another plane, another matrix, another planet, another reality to continue their soul evolution until they will be ready to integrate that great unity consciousness, this era of love and brotherhood. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I just wanted to pass by and do that quickly. In essence, what we're going to pull a card for the day. And the card is limitation. For we have to understand our limitation. For our limitation is really what we have created in order to grow. So we have to accept those limitations, and then, because what we resist persists. So by not cultivating those things, that putting our attention towards those things that are not bringing us into the state of joy. I'm talking about serenity, serene joy, not joy taken or given from material things. But as we allow that, we learn to shift our frequency, to maintain that frequency. For frequency is a bit like like a radio station, and when you listen to a radio, you can only listen to one channel at a time. And so, but we always used to listen to that channel, that frequency of the third dimension, the physical senses, the ego mind that is operating within that channel. As we let go of that limitation, we are able to tune into a higher frequency, which is like the fourth dimension, the dream state, the realm of possibility. And then once we continue we feel more comfortable within working into that frequency, then we eventually move into the fifth dimension, and 6 and 7, which is the dimension of total crystalline unity with spirit and all beings and all things, where things are happening. Our mind is no longer trapped within a temporal reality, but is fluid within a cosmic universe. Well, of course, like I said, you have to be patient with yourself, accept whatever condition you are in. For if there is a desire to be attaining something, then this thing will not happen. In order to move into this state of samadhi, the state of pure consciousness, we need to understand that it is already there. We already are divine. We already are complete. It's just a matter of letting go of all those little things that. And those things are educating us as well, so they should not be blamed for being there. We have created them and used them for our evolution. So it's a state of acceptance, and from there we can definitely be in acceptance. And from there we are always lifted. We are always guided. We are always able to see possibilities and opportunities that are before us that we might have missed in the past. Well, I wish you a wonderful day. I thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.